few days since I recorded. I've honestly been super overwhelmed. I've been struggling with either being totally overwhelmed and just really bummed about that, and then really motivated and like, this is fine, we're doing great. So there's no in between, it's just one or the other. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but it is December and I actually have a shop update this morning. I was really proud of myself because I got all of my listings scheduled last night. I had my email draft scheduled and everything. So it is actually time. So I just am logging on to make sure everything's going smoothly before I ignore it for the rest of the day. I have a hard time just not constantly checking to see if new orders have come in. So I kind of just plan for other tasks on the day of a shop update so that I don't just waste my whole day looking at orders. This next week is really crazy. I don't know if I talked about this in the last vlog, but we will be having a couple of guests here that are staying in my office space. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to work best for that. But I also have 3 markets to prep for. I have never really done a real market before. I say real because the markets I've done, it's one small table at like a brewery or something like that, usually only a couple of vendors, and they are really successful for me, but I haven't really had to stock a ton. But this year I am doing a smaller pop-up, which will be really fun, but I'm also doing 2 days at the base of our ski resort, and I'll have a full 10 by 10 tent. I've been meaning to get into markets for a while, and this year was finally the year to dip my toe in, and the opportunity came up and I really just couldn't turn it down. So wow, it's been almost a week since I last picked up the camera. It's been kind of crazy over here, but it is crunch week. I have 3 markets this week, 1 small pop-up and then 2 days of a full 10 by 10 tent, and I've never done this before, so I'm kind of just trying to get all of my stuff prepared. I actually bought a new iPad. I've never had an iPad before, but I bought one because I want to have a better like POS system for when I do the checkouts, so I can have access to my phone as well. And then I actually kind of think I want to start trying to use Procreate to draw and do things like that. But anyway, that's just an aside. But my office is a total mess right now. There's just boxes everywhere. We have a couple of guests. My sister-in-law's in town, so I'm just cramming everything into my office so that they can have more space out in the living room. I'm just trying to put my stuff together. My brain is all over the place. And yeah, I haven't filmed in a while because I actually had a food conference down in Denver. If you didn't know, I actually have a small private chef business that I do in the summertime, very part-time, but my background's as a chef, so it's been hard to let go of that part of my life, so I just do it in the summer. But there is a really amazing food conference that happens during this time of year, so bad timing, but I just really wanted to go. But really, it's just the importance of exploring all of the things that are interesting and bring you joy. So, you know, just do it all. It's fine. So I think for the rest of the day, I'm really just going to spend a lot of time putting palms and tags and finishing all the beanies that I already have made. My friend's coming over to help me do that too. So we're just going to be working away, but I'm excited to bring you along for these pop-ups and markets. It's kind of a new thing for me that I want to start adding as part of my revenue streams. Much today. It was mostly on the computer, getting my new iPad set up, adding all of the items for my square, and then doing some graphic design stuff to make signs for my booth. I'm not the best at graphic design, so they're not like the best signs, but I think they look pretty good. And then now I'm just putting together my sticker display. I bought that really cute wooden like organizer thing, but the stickers are too small and they go all the way down, so I'm kind of just cutting some cardboard and putting little inserts in so that they can stand up, and I think it looks pretty good and it works pretty well, so that's exciting. But it's almost the end of the day and we do have guests right now, so I haven't really hung out with anyone. I've just been in my office. But it's crunch time and it's hard to balance all of this right now, so my brain's a little all over the place. I've like not posted on Instagram for almost a week, but I'm just like, I can't even, I don't know. It's a lot going on right now, and I'm just trying to focus on getting my stuff done for the markets, and then focusing on email, and then vlogging, because I really like sharing with you on this. I just finished packaging the last order from the holiday shop update, and my shop is now closed for the season. It's December 13th, and I close it a couple days earlier than a lot of people just because I have markets coming up. I have to make sure my local shops are in stock, and then I also just don't want to mess with the post office as it gets closer to the shipping deadlines, so I just cut off the website orders at that time. I actually had a lady email me this morning asking if I was actually sold out, and I was like, I guess I could open it, but at the same time I'm like, I just need to set that boundary and, you know, protect my own sanity a little bit, and I really do need all of the items that I have made for these markets. Like, I almost feel like I need to have 2 or 3 times the amount of stuff that I actually have made, but I've just been so all over the place, and like, you know, there's just been too much going on these last few months for me to really have the inventory that I want. So hopefully next year I can keep the shop open later. It's really just an inventory issue, but I am so grateful. I have a friend who helps me 2 days a week, and yesterday I trained her on sewing on the cork tags and tying on the pom-poms for the beanies, and she was able to do all of the ones that I had made. So I have to come in today and weave in all of the ends and fuse them in, like you've probably seen me do if you've watched the other vlogs, but it has been such a relief. My first pop-up is tomorrow, so I'm kind of in that crunch time where I'm like, I need to be making as much as possible, but then I'm like, I also need to make sure the things that I do have made are just completely finished and ready to go and even packed away so that at least I have something. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and I've also been trying to hang out with our guests that are here. It's my sister-in-law and her fiance, so I'm like, I need to hang out too. They're actually skiing today, and I was like, I can't go today. It's just that time of year. So I'm excited that we've got the last package ordered. I'm gonna go drop that off and then come back and get to making as much stuff as I can. Very careful this time because I just had to get rid of a bunch of them because I didn't let the ink dry enough and they smeared everywhere and didn't look very good. So, but I kind of love how it turned out, this tag. I spent a lot of time designing it. Design is not my forte, but I feel like it just looks, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I feel like it looks really professional and like a pricey luxe handmade quality item, which it is. So, well, hopefully other people think so too. I did not pack these very well, but we gotta run. This is all the stuff for my tables. I've got these 3 bins of beanies and then my stickers. As you know from my vlogs, everything always takes way longer than I think they're going to, so I did not even get all of the pom-poms made at all for these color block beanies, so I'm just gonna save those for the weekend pop-up markets and hopefully get those done. I didn't make any more ornaments either, so we'll see if I can get some of those done before the weekend market. But yeah, time to go. Alright, it's a little loud, so I don't know if you can hear me, but just finished setting up, and it's like a photo finish. I think it's just about 4 right now, which is when the event is supposed to start. And there's 3 of us vendors here, so it's really intimate and really cute, but let me show you my booth. This is Jenna. She is my booth mate and other local maker here in Steamboat. She makes amazing stained glass. Let's look. It's so funny. It's so subjective and it's like So I just got back from the pop-up and it was so much fun. The gallery was so beautiful and like such a really cool and inviting space. A lot of my friends came by, which was fun, and then my husband and my sister-in-law and her fiance came and helped me load back up at the end, which was really nice. But yeah, I made a pretty decent number of sales. It was definitely a more chill pop-up, but I think that's kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting kind of more of like a hangout vibe. My booth neighbor was one of my friends who makes the beautiful pressed flower stained glass, so we were just chatting and it was really nice. And then they have a bar there, so people were just mingling around and looking at the art, coming by the booth, so that was really nice. And I wasn't expecting it to be super busy, which was good because my markets this weekend are going to be at the base of the ski resort, so I felt like this pop-up was more of like a making sure I had all of the things I needed and to dial things in a little bit more, since this is like the first pop-up I've done in years. Like, I haven't done a pop-up in years, and I have never done a full-on market, so that's what's going to be this weekend. But I used Square for the first time for my business, which was really smooth, and everything, you know, went well with Square. I liked it. And then I set up my business Venmo, which was an entire ordeal this week, because I had originally had my, well, we don't need to go into it, but it was just a whole ordeal. But it's finally set up, and it did go well. And yeah, the only thing I didn't really complete in time for the pop-up was my color block beanies. I didn't have time to make all of the pom-poms for them, so hopefully I have time to finish all of that for the market on Saturday. Today is Thursday. I also want to make sure I can make at least a few more ornaments so that I can bring the ornaments to this market. And yeah, I don't know. I am just excited to be in person selling my items. It's always just so cool to talk to people coming to the booth and, you know, seeing their reactions. And it was kind of surprising. The stuff that's been getting ordered from my website was a lot different from what people were gravitating to in person, almost like the opposite. So that was an interesting thing. But yeah, overall, it went really great. And I always think in-person markets, even if you don't make as much money as you wanted to, or if you do, great. But either way, it's always worth it to me, because I think even if you don't make as much money, it's almost like, I view it almost as like a marketing fee. You're out there, people are seeing your stuff, they might be experiencing your brand for the first time, and whether they buy something or not, they had an experience with you. So it's always worth it. And I did make a decent number of sales, so that was really good, but not too many where now I'm like, okay, good, I still have plenty of stock for these markets this weekend. But yes, I'm very grateful. Hopefully we get to do more of them at the Westerly. They really wanted us to come back, so maybe we can do something for Galentine's Day. But anyway, I'm going to end this vlog here, and my next vlog is going to be all about the 2-day market I have at the base of the resort, and then I'll check in after with how it went and all of that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.